All right, everyone, welcome back. Oh, were you gonna say something?
No, I was gonna do it, but I had already planned it. That's what I told you that I was gonna do.
Canadian culture, we have our own.
All right, so we're coming back from break, and these guys, I had to tone these guys down. They were getting way out of line trying to advertise that country to you. I have no idea why.
Love Canada.
Oh
Be
yeah,
Canada.
yeah. It's a little bit weird when people just like tell you how great the country is, huh? So, Mr. Senegal.
I don't do that. Anyway,
Bull. Bull.
Hey, we're talking about Canada.
yeah,
Okay,
it's
fine.
Canada Day, bro. Anyway, so one of the things as an immigrant, one of the things I did while I came to in Toronto is to visit places in Toronto. So I'm gonna give advices to all you guys that want to come visit Toronto of places you want to go to, and I'm gonna start by the place. Well, what Toronto is really famous for, which is the CN Tower.
Yeah.
But,
It's
yeah,
also,
I think
With
everybody's
everyone's just like it's one of those spots that I've
nature
taken
to us.
so
Yeah.
many of my cousins there. Like the first thing we do is we take them down to CN Tower.
It's no longer the tallest single standing structure
was.
anymore. It
It
was.
was.
It's
Now
all
it's
fun. Yeah,
second one,
third
Okay.
now.
Third.
Is it
I
third?
think so.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, there's one in
Dubai,
Malaysia.
Dubai.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Malaysia,
Dubai.
Dubai just built that. It's like it's as middle finger to the worst of the world, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dubai just like, oh, you got 500 meters. Let me build 8.
Okay, here's the thing though.
Anyway,
Our tower actually has a function. The Dubai tower is just they built it first. Someone do we rent it out? Once it come in, how does this work? We have a pool, like
And with us, I mean, like it's an icon. It's
an
when you
icon.
think
It's an
Toronto,
icon.
you think the CN Tower, like Big Ben in London.
it's
for
literally in our
example.
like city logo.
Whoa, it's in
Yeah.
our skyline. We see
Yeah,
it from so many
everywhere.
different
Yeah.
places in here.
You
You
can
see it from nearly
yeah,
everywhere.
You can see it almost anywhere.
Yeah,
Depending on where you are.
Yeah, to the point
Yeah.
where like if you're like driving or walking or whatever, it's like you can kind of use it as a directional.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can.
you
Yeah,
can, you
Like,
yeah,
can.
but it's
Yeah.
actually very tricky because because of how tall it is. You're always like, oh, I'm close by.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how massive it
It's not.
is.
It's not.
It's
no.
not.
Like we live in North Toronto. When you're in certain sections of North Toronto, you can see it clear as day.
Yeah.
But you're nowhere near it. It's in downtown. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty funny.
Like the CN Tower climb is another thing if you come here for that.
Yeah.
Skywalk.
That's- you're
Skywalk.
relatively-
Skywalk.
Yeah.
So you can like those like latch you on to whatever.
The
The
CN
top of
Tower.
the CN Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Like,
literally
you're
walking
outside,
to
yeah.
the top of a 500-meter building, and you're hooked up to the thing below you.
Relatively
City.
new.
There's nothing.
Relatively new.
Yeah, they had the glass floor too.
Oh, for
Yeah, it's
years,
amazing.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing, yeah.
Do they sell the
Uh,
VR thing?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they have that. I don't know.
There was a VR thing like 101 as a kid. I don't know about now.
No.
Yeah, I might not. Yeah. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
fun fact that they tell you when you reach the top of the CN Tower. The CN Tower actually moves when there's strong wind.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
don't tell you unless you reach the top.
Yep.
Wait, you
yep.
think that's terrifying? The skywalk, like I hope they do this just like because like there's only specific days obviously you can actually like do the skywalk. But like I don't know how many like lightning bolts that building like absorbs throughout the year.
Oh, yeah. It
I
takes
think
up a
it's like
lot.
Yeah.
over 60.
I think more than that.
More than that.
Yeah,
Yeah. When I was a
probably more
kid,
than
I
that.
think it's at least 65.
Yeah.
That's how my plan
A
when I was a
day.
kid. Yeah, maybe a day. No, I think it's quite a lot.
Yeah, it's a big ass antenna.
It's big like
Yeah.
a rod, basically. Yeah.
Just a big tower just getting hit over and over again.
All right, so except from that, let me stay in that vicinity. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in there. There is the Air Canada Center, home of the
Don't
Toronto
forget the
Raptors,
Sky
And
Dome.
the Toronto Maple Leafs.
the Sky Dome,
Right beside it.
The ROM, if you want to be a nerd.
the Ripley's Aquarium.
Oh, definitely.
ROM.
No, you let me finish. I
Yeah,
know,
well,
I
wanna
know,
tell
I
the
know,
crowd,
I
the
know,
crowd.
I know.
He's
Fine, you're the tourist,
I'm
you're the
doing
tourist.
guide,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah.
For the ROM, there was
The
something
Blue
split-
Whale.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I was going to like
Okay,
Ripley's
go ahead.
Aquarium to Rom.
He got excited.
I got excited. I'm
jumped
so
the gun.
excited about that.
You jumped
It's
the
so
gun a little bit.
awesome.
We love our home. We love Toronto.
The reason why this man got excited, we got a Blue Whale heart.
The only blue whale heart.
Hold on.
The only.
Let's preempt that again. We got a blue whale heart. The blue whale being
What?
the largest male mammal in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And we have its heart.
600 pounds.
And the size of a pony. So just take that in.
And it's going to last for how long?
1,000 years.
It's going to be in our museums for 1,000, well, hopefully more, but like, best case scenario, like 1,000 years.
A couple of generations down the line, it's like, how did they get this?
Again, if there's like an ice age and that's left over, it's going, apparently we were larger before.
Yeah. That must
Evolution
be a
struck
human
us.
heart.
Yeah, or they can go see the blue whale and then go to Ripley's Aquarium and look at the fish there and be like, okay, I need to imagine like
You're
30 times that
You
size.
can't. You literally because there's a scale somewhere of just like, hey, here's like I don't know. An elephant here, and here is you. Like it was like here's the whale, and then zooming 30 times, there's you.
Their Blizzard Aquarium is really cool though. You got like that walkway that moves, and you're inside this like tunnel that's a tube, and you can see through all the fish and swimming by, like the sharks.
I love the jellyfish. I'm always
I
fascinated.
need to go there. I haven't
been there, right?
Not
We
yet,
went
not
there
yet.
once a couple summers ago.
Yeah.
I haven't been there, or I haven't been to CNE, which is another big event.
Oh, I haven't been.
So yeah, we have this every year. It goes for what 3-4 weeks. The last 3-4 weeks of August.
This last 3 weeks this summer, the Canadian National Exhibition, the CNE. Yeah.
We gotta go there again.
Yeah.
So you got your food trucks everywhere. You got like horses and like tricks.
No. You go there for the food. Like I heard everyone's story, and it's always the food.
And you leave for the food because by the time you're done, you have a heart attack. The food there is like I remember one year.
But
so okay, just
go on.
So like I worked when I actually know a lot about it because I worked there when I was in high school. Yeah, the big thing is there's rides, nothing big, but just small things. There's a petting zoo. There's all kinds of booths that you can buy products from. But they have the food is a big one, and it's all kinds of junk food. Like they have deep fried chocolate. They have my favorite thing is the ice cream waffle. It's got like these 2 warm waffles and a big slab of ice cream in the middle. It's really simple.
The portion size is big
but it's
too.
amazing. It's decently sized.
No.
But
Some of
one
the
year,
portions get bigger.
One year was a Krispy Kreme hamburger. This thing was 2 Krispy Kreme donuts as the bun. 2 Krispy Kreme donuts as the bun. And the burger itself was, I think, this large. And I think it was either this summer or last summer. I think it happens every summer. But someone usually gets taken to the hospital. I'm not trying to be funny. Like literally someone gets taken to the hospital because of the food. Like it's
you weren't like lowballing it when you said like this is a heart attack.
Yeah, when you go, moderation. That's
Moderation.
key. Moderation. Don't overdo it. Try some of the stuff. It's wonderful.
Because like on the news on CB24 on a local news channel is like when somebody does go to hospital and does make the news, they usually just like list off what he ate. It goes, you sort of stopped after the second object.
Yeah, really. If they say he was at the CNE or she was at the CNE, I'm like, yeah, that says it all.
They also had the amazing tea that you got me one year.
Yes, so they have products from like literally every country in the world, or as many as you can find, as many as they can stuff in there. There's a center, and they have these booths, and it's like products from everywhere throughout the world. I saw products.
I need to go there.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think there is a products of Senegal as well.
I was not thinking about Senegal, but sure.
I was walking with my girlfriend and we found products of Sri Lanka, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Find something for Garth, and he loves tea, and it just happened to be all tea. So I was like, perfect.
Happened to be.
It just happened to be all tea. So we got you a nice fruit tea that you really like. Yeah.
But going back to like you mentioned like the heart attack, which is okay because in Canada and we have actual health care.
Wait, hold on.
Go for it.
There you skipped one thing that might give you a heart attack.
What?
Leviathan. You know what that is?
Explain.
Canada's Wonderland.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Canada's Wonderland has one ride. The drop is nearly vertical. It's like a few degrees of vertical.
At a cartoonish speed.
Yes, and you drop at what? Like 100 and something miles an hour. So that will give you a heart attack.
Sign a waiver form before you get up.
I'm not surprised if they do that.
Like, it's so big. You can see it from his place.
Yep.
Which is like what? 20, 30 miles away?
Not more.
It's a fair distance.
It's
a fair distance, and it sticks out like a sore thumb to the Leviathan.
On a quiet day, you can hear the screams of children.
On a quiet day. Well, I think you can hear those same screams at Niagara Falls too.
Yeah.
Sure.
That drop.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. Okay, I forgot about that. Man, you got a lot of things.
Our natural
to
wonders.
So much to do. Yeah. So much to talk about.
Like the Niagara Falls. One thing that amazed me when I went there was the separation between the U.S. side and the Canada side.
Oh yeah.
Our side is awesome.
Our side is better.
Pretty
It's
much,
more peaceful.
pretty
Come
much.
to
He
us.
said.
Yeah.
It's like, unfortunately, I never went on a boat. So I wanted to go on the boat. I was there with my family, of course. My dad was down. My brother was down. I was down. My mom was like, hell no. So we had to stay.
Actually, just like, you kind of remind me of something just now because like the whole American Canada thing. Because I met like an American who was working once, and he had like the best description of Canada. It's like you guys are like Americans if they got over guns like years ago. Because he said like he never found like any real difference between us and Americans in terms of like the way we behave. We're nicer, but other than that, it's like America. But like if you guys like got over guns completely.
I guess it depends who you talk to. Depends who you talk to, which Canadian, which American you talk to.
He's meant much nicer Canadians. Like I think he meant like more aggressive Canadians.
Like the whole population.
Yeah. When I was over in Europe, people always said one thing about Canadians and Americans that was almost always the same, that we're both really nice.
Yeah,
I heard that a lot too. Yeah. But
I heard that.
yeah.
Which also made me wonder, is everyone like an asshole in Europe?
No, I don't think so.
Depends on where you go.
Yeah.
France.
France,
Never
yeah.
been.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
kind of-
another thing that separates us from the US. What? I keep on saying US. Anyway, free healthcare.
Yeah.
As you were saying.
So we have great healthcare, but so best like waiting times.
That's
Oh,
basically,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
it.
trade-off. Yeah.
Like I think of what like the last time I actually like really had to go to the hospital. I was about to go to surgery, like literally being wheeled up to it, and then just like stopped dead cold. Go, sorry, emergency. We'll be right back. Somebody just got shot. I went, oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And like I'm just like bleed. I'm like vomiting.
Yeah, no matter what injury you have, if you haven't been shot or have a heart attack, you're pretty low on the priority.
Unless you're like literally having a stroke right there.
There was like it's kind of eye-opening because like when I was a kid, we used to always vacation in Florida. So one year we went and my dad got sick and he needed to go see a general practitioner. And when he went, he was there for maybe an hour, maybe 75 minutes. I think it was about $400. So yeah, I mean, like you do that here. I mean, it's just basically, it's free.
Yeah,
free.
It's covered. Well, it's not free. It's covered by our
Or taxes.
our plan. Yes.
We're actually covered. No matter what, like you're okay.
Like I'm marketing Canada's healthcare. Speaking of great healthcare, have you been to Canada?
Have you been shot or stabbed? If so,
Cross the border. No.
well, like, that's like every Canadian's plan.
You do realize that Detroit is near the border of Canada, right?
They're not gonna make it.
They're not gonna make
I'm not gonna make. Wow.
Wow.
It's got dark. It's got really dark all of a sudden.
I mean, like, who knows if
I'm
you
in
make
cross
it?
the border if you're in pain. Go and.
No,
yeah.
Get help if you
That
need
actually
help.
no, but that actually happens. Americans like on a serious note, sick Americans do come here for their health care.
Yeah.
That
Oh, yeah.
actually does happen. They
They
get
get a
in
dual
buses,
shit. Yeah.
or they just get in buses and they come here and then
Yeah.
they get the health care.
Which
and
is
they go back.
horrifying. It's like
Yeah,
a bus
yeah.
full of like sick and bleeding people just going, hey, what's wrong with you? Tuberculosis, you? Stab wounds.
So don't get too political. It's just an observation. This actually happens here. Like this actually does happen here in Canada.
It's something that happens often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Isn't
But you
that
can't
wild?
blame them, right? How much? You said $400.
It was. I
Could
think
you
it was about
imagine?
$400
For an hour.
to get a checkup. Yeah.
For an
So
hour.
imagine the surgery.
That was in the 90s.
Oof.
Yeah.
Which was
Let's not go there.
I
That
think
calculation.
I think it was
Yeah.
400. Yeah, but anyways.
Let's move on.
oh my god.
You know what? You're better off taking a train across Canada for 400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Rocky Mountain train
That goes from where to where?
through the Rocky Mountains. Is all I know.
Have
Thank
you ever been out west?
Have you ever been out west?
Have you ever been to Western Canada? Garth, tell them all about it.
The only thing I'll tell you is it's always been one of my things to check out the Rocky Mountains because it's beautiful. Everyone says it's
It's a
beautiful.
go-to place for Garth here. That's why. Like, he
Yeah.
wants to go. We'll go with him eventually.
You don't have to force yourself. It's okay.
Force myself. It's a
Yeah.
Like,
You don't understand. That was a polite way of saying no.
No, it's fine. I'll get it.
That was
Something
like,
about
yo.
us too. Something about us too. Like thing about Canada, just like it's huge. Like there's just so much to see.
most of Canada is not filled with people.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
most people live in parts of Alberta, Vancouver, Toronto, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Actually, I think
I'm ignoring Quebec.
Japan has.
Tokyo, Greater
Tokyo,
Tokyo,
yeah.
Greater Tokyo has more people than Canada.
Yeah.
California has more people than Canada.
Yeah.
Think about that. Like look how massive our country is, and then it's just like sparsely populated.
Yeah.
Like if you go
look at
off,
it-
if you
yeah.
go off like either. Was it like east or north or like northwest enough?
Yeah.
There's nobody.
If you look at a population map of Canada, you know what the red dots? Like literally all the clusters of red dots are at the bottom of the country.
Yeah.
And there's like sparse.
Or on the
yeah.
coast.
Yeah, on the coastline. Yeah. And then there's just like bits of red dots as you go further north. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Canada is the country where you hear people getting mauled by bears and freaking mountain lions and shit.
Yeah, because like
they exist.
yeah, because it's just like a phone call. Hey, somebody's getting mauled by a bear. Really? Where? He says like a location. I've literally never heard of that place, and I worked here for 20 years.
No, I'm talking about you go out of Toronto. Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you go to
Hamilton.
Parry Sound. We saw bears at Parry
Yeah.
Sound.
Muskoka. Yeah.
Muskoka.
No, when we went to Kyle to like wherever his place was, it's like
Chatham.
Yeah, it's like hey, this is nice. We're gonna have like a barbecue. We're gonna chill. Here's a knife. There's wolves around.
Yeah. He's like at nighttime the wolves come out. Yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
That's
And he didn't tell us this before we left.
Yeah, cottage country and the rural areas. Literally, you got to watch out for bears and wildlife.
Well,
Yeah.
Toronto, you gotta watch out for freaking raccoons.
Yeah, raccoons.
Raccoons.
Yes.
They're fearless, man. Like you have to kind of respect them in a way.
Everyone keeps on portraying them as cute, but when they bare their
Not-
fangs
they're
and
not
claws,
cute. Who?
cartoons, shows,
Stuffed animals.
stuffed animals.
No, they'll mess you up.
Oh,
They
yeah.
will legitimately
Bruh.
mess you up. They'll put you in the hospital.
Yeah.
Like I don't know much animals that like if you fight and lose like a hospital, sure, but like with like raccoons, like scratch, rabies, and then
That's literally what happened.
That's what I noticed. It's scratch, maybe a bite, rabies, go to the hospital for healthcare, and get it treated.
it's like I don't know if they still do this, but like I think at one point like for like rabies, just like a giant like a needle to your stomach.
They still
Have
do
you noticed
something
that the
like
people in Canada are real nice, but animals are assholes? Take geese.
Oh yeah.
Those bastard.
Our
York,
national
York.
animal,
Around York.
our national bird.
One of our, yeah.
One of the national birds.
That's actually the best way to describe like most Canadians. It's like awesome, beautiful creatures from a distance. Get too close, it crosses like personal zones. Like, nah, my friend, I don't play this.
The same thing with the other national animal, which creates so many freaking crashes.
Beavers?
No, moose.
Oh yeah.
Moose.
Wait, hold on. People don't understand this. Moose are massive creatures.
Yeah.
Oh no! If you hit them with the car, they'll destroy the car, and the moose will walk away.
So basically, there is this gif of a moose just plowing through snow, and people around it, just go, "Oh my god!"
It's like a train in
That
snow.
voice. Is that what you think white people sound like?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you were.
As you were. Go back, General. As you were.
Really? Anyway, so as he said, it's like a train, like plowing through snow. It's crazy, man. People don't realize how big those.
Massive.
No, like,
massive.
no,
Big doesn't even cover.
Yeah, no.
cover it.
The one I mentioned before is like a bunch of like Americans like because the moose was at a distance. Oh, dude, it's a moose, and then like being stupid, like screaming at it, and so it's like charged for it. They went. Mooses are like deer, right? Like are they cute? Do they like you? Do they stop and then like run? Oh my god, it's huge! Run! And then,
Don't
like,
forget they
legged
have huge horns.
Yeah.
Antlers.
Yeah,
Antlers,
antlers.
yeah. They're built like fortresses, right, moose? Like they're extremely powerful and
They're
durable.
tall.
Yeah,
They're really tall.
They're like the closest
The
animal.
one I
besides-
met was as tall as me. Like its back was at my height, at my head level.
Is it like a baby then?
No, it was a female.
Oh, okay, that's
Wow.
why.
And
Yeah,
then
there's
on
like
top of
there's
that,
like general just for like some animals. So like females will be like around like because like we're both like around 6 feet tall. So it's like it'll be like around like somewhere here. I think a male will be I can eat you. Like it's just optional.
8 foot tall.
Yeah, some insane height, and that's kind of the body, not the head.
Yeah, then the antlers.
That's something I didn't know about specific measurements. Yeah.
Yeah, they're huge.
Massive
Yeah,
creatures.
Don't quote us on those measurements.
Oh yeah, no,
Figure
we're
it out.
like we're not like
You could legitimately run into them too on the highway, right? Like you could actually. come
Yeah.
into
That's why I
them.
said
Yeah.
they
There was
cause
a-
a lot of accidents.
Yeah,
Even the deer here, they destroy a lot of cars.
deer are strong.
Coworker, when I was working at Home Depot, the deer hit his car, and he was lucky because it was in mid-movement, so it flung it out of the way. But that could have destroyed his car, and he could have
Yeah.
died right there. Right?
Yeah.
Our wildlife is insane.
But like there are like speaking of like wildlife, you know where you can find wildlife in Canada, or
Show
avoid them. Hopefully,
Avoid.
Everywhere.
Okay.
Great Canadian North Trail, Great North Canadian Trail.
Yeah, you're not
Great.
avoiding a wildlife in there.
No,
Yeah.
but like if you go if you're gonna be on a part of
You
the
know,
trail,
you can't hit wildlife in your car.
basically,
Yeah, you can't hit them with a car. That's the gate thing.
yeah,
You gotta-
you'll run straight into them like a man. No, the point like
Shred like Play-Doh.
Like we said
Yeah.
before, we do have wolves, right?
explanation. So the Great North Canadian Trail is essentially like a hiking trail that like connects all of Canada from point
13
to point.
provinces and territories.
Yeah, and
10
it's
provinces, 3 territories.
over 22,000 kilometers apart minimum, and
Apart, I thought it was one trail.
oh, sorry,
22,000
yeah,
kilometers
it's just
across.
one continuous trail.
Huge trail. They tried to pull that train track thing right across the country. Same thing.
And it's gonna be open. It's opening on Canada Day today, essentially. So it's like, hey, well, Canada Day, happy birthday, Canada. Hey, look, there's one trail. Like, if you really wanted to, just go from like PEI through like all the provinces all the way to like the Yukon.
It's like if you want to pull another Terry Fox, here's a trail that you can go across.
Yeah, but like Terry Fox did that with
One leg.
one leg and cancer and like no real like perfect route.
A little bit of just quick context for those who don't know. Terry Fox, Canadian hero, had cancer in his leg, had it amputated, used an artificial leg, ran halfway across the country, and sadly the cancer came back. He had to stop in Northern Ontario, but
He didn't want to.
no, he didn't.
He
He was
literally
going
wanted to
all
keep
the
going,
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man was a hero.
Like
Yeah.
he's a badass. Like
Yeah,
the amount of money he raised for cancer and like the awareness that he got up and everything like that.
Yeah, every year we got the Terry Fox run in schools in September. We always did them.
Yeah.
When we were in high school,
Yeah.
we always ran and raised money, go door to
Even
door
the
to get money.
university, they do that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he made Canada really care about care about cancer.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, no, he was. I mean, I know a lot of our Canadian viewers will probably be like, "Well, of course," but yeah, just for anybody who doesn't know, because some kids I've talked to might not know who he is.
Yeah.
I didn't know who he was.
Some people.
He's
yeah,
very-
people
he's
who
very
don't
Canada
know who he is,
specific.
Yeah.
We have a lot of Canadian celebrities. Even some of the celebrities who people don't know are Canadian. Like I have the list here because like I don't. Leslie Nielsen, I didn't know was Canadian.
The guy from
Saskatchewan.
Naked Gun.
Saskatchewan, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's from Saskatchewan.
So we got Leslie Nielsen, Mike Myers, Rick
Austin
Moranis,
Powers, Ghostbusters.
Dan Aykroyd,
I love how
Ghostbusters,
he calls
Michael
the
J.
actor,
Fox,
one
Back
calls
to
the
the
movies.
Future. Okay, Michael J.
Wait,
Fox.
hold on.
Back to the
Let's
Future.
restart.
Okay, Mike Myers,
Austin Powers.
Rick Moranis,
Ghostbusters.
Dan Aykroyd,
Ghostbusters.
Michael J. Fox,
Back to the Future.
Nathan Fillion.
Oh man,
It's a lot.
Firefly.
Yeah,
It
Castle.
counts. Castle too, right? Yeah.
Michael Cera,
Juno.
Tom Cavanagh,
The Reverse Flash.
The Flash.
Oh, I forgot. I almost forgot about it.
Jim Carrey.
Oh come on.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Arrow is Canadian as well. Stephen.
Yep.
Yeah,
Stephen
yeah,
Amell,
yeah, he's Canadian.
Do I
as
have
well.
him here? No, I don't.
Just
Who
wanted
you
to throw
forgot?
that.
Jay Baruchel, who's How to Train Your Dragon.
The voice.
Howie Mandel, Carrie Ann Moss, Ellen Page, Ryan Reynolds, Seth Rogen,
Amy Adams,
No, American.
American.
the Silent Bob from Jay Silent Bob.
He's American,
yeah.
but Kevin Smith does love Canada. His last couple of movies, Tusk and Yoga Hosers, took place.
Did you guys mention the two
in
Ryans?
Canada.
Ryan Gosling and Ryan Reynolds.
Our supply of hot Ryans.
It's
Ryan
one of our
Reynolds.
major exports.
Yeah, John Oliver I think said that once. Right, Ryan Reynolds and Ryan Gosling, of course, two of the biggest stars in the
Yeah.
world, I would say too. Right, Deadpool. The character himself is Canadian, and the actor who plays him is Canadian.
Damn
Yeah.
giggity. But it's all
And Wolverine.
The character Wolverine is
Yeah.
Canadian.
the
Yes.
one good part from that horrible Wolverine movie is like, you gotta do this for a country. I'm Canadian, bub. I drove up in a pickup. Like that's as Canadian as you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like actually that's two of the most badass comic characters are actually from Canada.
America has like import like they're badasses, so we do give them that sometimes.
We give him Sabretooth too, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, here, have him.
Yeah.
So just like grizzly man everywhere in this country. So
Yeah.
like, there's also like a bunch of movies and whatnot that if aren't like completely Canadian were shot in Canada. Kick-Ass is probably like the easiest one to remember.
Scott Pilgrim.
Suicide
And
Squad.
Scott,
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim was so Canadian.
It was.
The comic, the writer, and the when I saw was it like Honest Ed's? No.
Honest Ed's is in. Yep.
Yeah,
Honest
yeah,
Ed's is
Honest
in
Ed's
it.
in it.
Yeah.
And there's another one.
Casa Loma.
Casa
With
Loma.
Chris
Oh,
Evans.
yeah.
When he's doing the skateboard
When he's
tricks.
doing the skateboard
yeah.
tricks now. For those of you who have seen Scott Pilgrim, like if you live in Toronto, when you see that movie, you're just like, oh wow, like all the artifacts are there.
Like you
And
can
it's done
search it
so
up.
wonderfully. Yeah.
Search it up and you'll find all of them right here in Toronto.
Virtually all the X-Men movies.
Can I mention really quickly? Daniel Radcliffe did a film called The F Word. It's a romantic comedy, but that takes place in Toronto, and it's with Adam Driver as well, Kylo Ren. It's really funny, but that's just a little indie film, and it actually is set in Toronto. It's really
nice.
wonderful. Yeah.
But like, there's also like a bunch of Hollywood movies because apparently it's just cheaper to shoot in Toronto and just like make you look like New York, which most of
Yeah. We stand in for New York a lot.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Toronto
Did that
stands
with
in for
the-
New York a lot.
Incredible Hulk, right?
Yep.
yeah.
They
Suicide
requested
Squad too?
Suicide Squad.
Like whenever you guys want like a winter shot or like a nature shot and you don't want to like travel internationally, you come to America.
No, not just nature, city too.
No, city for
itself,
sure.
yeah.
But I just meant like a lot of like nature shots are done in Canada.
Yeah.
I love the Incredible Hulk final battle when he fights Abomination though, because it's on Yonge Street. You can see Sam the Record Man, the old Sam the Record
Yeah.
Man glowing records.
Yeah.
Those aren't there anymore. It's Ryerson University now. But the old glowing records, when I saw that in the theater when I was 18, I was like, oh my God, it's Toronto.
That exact phrase.
Yeah.
That
I was so excited. I was so excited. It was so cool. Yeah, anyways.
But we also have like a bunch of like comic characters that are Canadian as well. So I'm gonna list them off. You better know them. We have besides like Wolverine, Deadpool, we got Sabretooth, Aurora, what's it called? Nelvana of the Northern Lights, Alpha Force with the Sasquatch and Guardian and all those other
Okay,
guys.
why do
Real quick.
I got just one question.
Shoot.
Most of those comic characters are big, hairy guys.
I don't know how Americans see us.
Sabretooth, Sasquatch. Sasquatch is literally
Wolverine.
a Sasquatch.
Wolverine.
It's like, why?
I think some of those characters were some of the Alpha Flight. were created
Not
by.
for
I think some of those were Canadian creations, but Wolverine was
We're
created
American,
by an American.
American.
Yeah. And Deadpool I think was also created. by an
We're
American.
hairy people apparently.
Apparently, we're bulky, hairy, and not diverse.
And very wild guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. People do have like
True.
this preconceived notion of what we are, and then they come to Toronto and they're kind of like, oh.
Where's the igloos? We're literally gonna charge you more now for whatever you're ordering.
The funny part is my cousins in Texas thought we lived in igloos. All of us.
I wouldn't correct them.
I don't think I should.
I wouldn't correct them. Just like let them come here and then just like when they come on the airport, just go, like have them wear like full winter coats in the summer.
I actually was thinking of letting them come in like their Texas clothes and they see winter and they're like, holy shit.
Oh, this is funny. Well, okay, so we have for better or for worse, Booster Gold, Superman, who's half Canadian, throwing it out there.
Creation, yeah.
Joe Shuster.
I believe so. I think it was Joe Shuster.
And Todd McFarlane, who's a Canadian comic writer and artist.
Created Spawn, Todd McFarlane.
Spawn
So-
is wicked.
Did you mention this guy?
Quid Pro Quo,
Captain
Canadian,
Canuck.
and obviously Captain Canuck.
That is
That's a good
actually
shit.
that's autographed by the creator on the first page.
I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I'll look after.
Yeah, okay, I'll
Really?
yeah, it
After,
actually
yes.
it actually is. I had to bring that up.
Like you said that, I
Right,
wanted to like
it's-
open it.
Some great artists also, not just Todd McFarlane, but Kara Andrews. He created a really cool Spider-Man comic, very dark, called Spider-Man Rain. It's in the back there.
Very dark.
Amazing
dark.
comic. Depressing.
Yeah.
Very depressing. But it's an incredible comic. And yeah, I believe Kara Andrews is from Toronto. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but I know he's Canadian.
Speaking of which, real quick, like I love the people who are watching this who are Canadian going, this is very Toronto specific. It's because we live in Toronto. We've mainly been in Toronto. I think only a few of us have been outside of Toronto.
Yeah,
I've
I've
been
been to a few
outside.
cities outside of Toronto.
Yeah,
Quebec City, Montreal,
Ottawa.
Ottawa.
our nation's capital.
Yep.
Who we also have our own scandals, like the Ashley Madison one, which is it's so funny. Come on,
Of course you go there.
it's but like this is how I'm gonna end up the podcast. Like Ashley Madison.
With Ashley Madison?
Yes.
Really?
Because like 80% of the people who are using Ashley Madison came from one city in the world, Ottawa, and they're mostly like our politicians that we voted in.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
It was mostly politicians.
Was it actually? Wow.
It's Ottawa, right? So like everybody's
Everyone gets bored there.
yeah, apparently it's like boring. So like I'll cheat on my wife.
Oh god.
Welp, unless you guys have
Oh, now-
something.
oh, yeah.
Shock factor. Okay.
Sammy.
Alright.
You know what? Let's leave them on a good note. Tim Hortons, the legendary player.
Yes, Tim Horton.
Wait, hold on. I got a fun fact about Tim Hortons.
Oh, please.
Not about Tim Hortons, about coffee.
Oh, okay.
Did
the
you
company.
know that Canada is one of the top consumers of coffee in the world?
That's
yes,
believable, yeah.
yes.
Well, I know it now, Kareem. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, I'm not finished. I got
Please
more.
tell us more.
I got more.
Please, sir, please,
Anyway,
please.
so I read this. It's from the Canadian Coffee Association or something like that.
Yeah, we have one of those. Oh
Which I
my
didn't know
god.
existed.
I love that we have that.
Yep. And if I'm correct, actually, let me get the facts right
I'm pretty
now.
sure.
So, the most commonly consumed beverages. Number one is coffee.
We drink
At
more coffee than
67
water.
Yes. Oh my god.
At 67%, there's coffee. At 60%, there's tap water.
Wow, I'm looking at the stats right now. Jeez.
Oh.
And you're like,
We drink more alcohol than milk.
Well, that again, yeah.
again, there's 38% for alcohol, 37% for milk, which is, yeah, y'all guys are weird.
No,
We like
but
our coffee.
Yeah.
looking at this right now, I'm actually kind of proud of our country.
What?
Like only 4% like is sports drinks and 4% is energy drinks. So like, hey, kudos, we learned that lesson at some point.
31% is pop.
Damn it!
We're still
Whoa.
not. We still got a lot to work on.
You're trying to change a nation here and take them away from pop, whereas Coca-Cola indicts them with polar bears, Canadian products.
Yeah, they try to like sell us by.
But it's like I
Peter
said
Pan.
earlier, coffee in Tim Hortons extremely cheap. Very
It's like
cheap.
$1 something. Large.
Sorry?
I feel like a large one's like $1
It's
something,
like,
right?
Yeah, I think it's $1.90 or $2, something like
Yeah.
that. But the large is like it's
It's large.
it's not. Yeah, no, but it's not. I mean, the old medium used to be large. Now it's a lot
Yeah,
taller.
it's
It's taller now. It's
Yeah,
gotten bigger.
suck
over
it,
time.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
It's like a Starbucks. Starbucks is still making a killing.
I don't know how much for like a cup of like mediocre garbage coffee. This is a tangent. I'm sorry. Go on.
Okay, no, just Tim Hortons.
Yeah, he was
Great
right.
coffee, legendary hockey player, one of the greatest defensemen ever to play the game. Sadly, he passed before we were all born, but he was a legend. And yeah, hockey's I'm like I said, resident hockey fan. I love the sport, part of our culture, and I do like other Canadian teams. I got a lot of love for the Edmonton Oilers. So there
You
are
have
other,
to go.
there are other Canadian
Bye.
teams that
Yeah,
I
the mic is
like.
picking
There are
it
other
up,
Canadian
right?
teams that I like. So yeah, maybe close off.
All right. So that's been us. Thank you for watching. Again, if you've watched all the way through, I'm just gonna put that right there.
No.
All right.
Don't put them.
Whatever. If you watched all the way through, congratulations, you're a fan. Make it official. Like, subscribe. Hit us up on the comments. If you're Canadian, put down your favorite Canadian moment, thing, event, or place. If you're not Canadian but you want to come, tell us what you want to see first when you get here. And if you're Toronto, maybe hit us up in the comment. We'll see you here.
All right, take care.
Peace out.
Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, you can check out the next video here. If you're in a daring mood, you can select the random video here.